What's up? It's Wednesday. That means it is this guy live right here. And I appreciate you guys being with me today. And it's going to be kind of awesome because I'm going to do another multi-part series for you guys. We're going to keep on a nice topic across the course of 4 weeks. And I know that we're coming up into the holiday season, and I know that a lot of people are going to be traveling. And I just want to just let you know that I do appreciate you guys that are, those of you that are going to take time to catch this. And what's up? We've got Civil in the house. We've got Kathy in the house. What's up, my ladies? So big thing is, I know if it runs into the holidays here over the Thanksgiving holiday for those of us that are in the U.S. and whatever other holidays that are going around this time, if you make it, great. I appreciate you, but I'm not going to hold it against you if you don't. I know that I'm going to keep doing that stuff through those holiday months. So otherwise, for those of you that have not seen me before, my name is Josh Schonert. I am a husband, a father, a network marketer, an affiliate marketer, attraction marketer, whatever you want to call me. But in reality, my wife and I, we do run a network marketing business. We do a little bit of affiliate marketing on the side, and I am an attraction marketing coach where I help people build their businesses using Facebook organic marketing and no paid ads. I do know paid ads. I do absolutely know how to do that stuff, but that's not what I focus on. I want to get people results without having to dip into their pockets, right? Or really all too much. But anyways, so today we're going to start the first part. We're going to talk about freeing your mind. We're going to talk about getting rid of some of those limiting beliefs. And this is something like I'm not a mindset coach. I'm not a life coach. I'm not any of that. But these are things that are really important to be a successful marketer, affiliate marketer, attraction marketer, network marketer, whatever you're doing. These are things that are going to be super, super, super important, because freeing your mind of these issue, I don't want to call them issues or problems or anything, because they're not really a problem. It's just things that we can think about differently, right? And so I'm going to get that guy on down there, get that little banner going across, and there's not going to be anything on the screen. You're going to see me the whole time, but I'm just going to talk through this, right? And basically what we're going to do is I'm going to utilize our little guys here, and we're going to have a little fun with doing some of this. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is getting free from the way you think about money. So right here, getting free from the way that you think about money. And the reason this is so important is because the way, we got a little one coming down here that's upset. All right. Well, we're going to get interrupted here for a minute. Come on, buddy. See, this is what's going on. This is life, guys. This is what happens. This is absolutely what happens. My 4-year-old doesn't like being told he's going to bed. So come here. Come give me a hug. Yeah, that's probably the fakest cry I've ever heard. That's so fake. All right. Upstairs. Go. And that's what happens when the 4-year-old doesn't get what he wants. So, and he's getting louder because he's also still not getting what he wants. But anyways, on top of that, so, yeah, so he definitely, he has his moments. Bedtime is kind of tough for him sometimes. But anyways, so going back to what we were talking about, and my apologies for that. But anyways, so getting free from the way you think about money, right? And so one of the things that we want to go in there is, most people, when they think about money, is money generally determines how they make decisions, right? So most people that are either just starting out in their marketing journey, maybe they still got their 9 to 5. I still have my 9 to 5. I'm still working on this. But the big thing is getting free from the way you think about money. And number one is, making enough money that it doesn't determine how you make decisions. Now, however you do that in your, in your marketing plan, however that works in terms of exactly, what you're building, whether that's an affiliate marketing empire or network marketing, or maybe you're trading Bitcoins and crypto and stuff like that. The idea behind it all is just you want to make enough money that you are actually not having to rely on that for your well-being, right? You don't want to rely on money for everything that you're doing and let that drive all of your decisions, right? So the other part of that is also getting rid of the idea that debt is okay. Now, there's a lot of people out there, even financial gurus, that will tell you that, oh, you got to build up your debt and you got to get credit and you got to be able to get those cards and finance your cars and finance your house. And you know what? I fell victim to that, and I'm still digging myself out of that hole. That's why I still have a day job. Even though my business is going well, we've got people that are doing awesome. People are building. People are just fanatical about what's going on. But I still have to dig myself out of the financial pit that I put myself in, and I did a lot of that. My wife is part of that too. But the thing is that we believed that debt and credit were the ways that you had to live life. But in reality, what that does is that shackles you up, that puts handcuffs on, and that makes you stuck in that position where you're constantly paying more and more and more. Think of, people that have credit cards out there, right? Think of what would happen if you would have just never got a credit card. All the interest you would have saved. Think about if you never got a loan. Like, I've got tens of thousands of dollars in school loans that I'm still paying off. That's a fallacy that people make you believe to get you into those situations, because they are a business. They make money off of that. So get free from the idea that debt is okay. Get free from the idea that you have to have a good credit score, because if you're paying cash for everything, credit doesn't matter. Another big thing about getting free from the way you think about money, there's more than enough money to go around. There's more than enough. Don't think that there's not enough money to be able to fund your business. Don't think that people are running out of money. It's all out there. And there's so many more forms of creating wealth and creating income that people just don't even realize right now. There's so many people that are out there that are looking at all these other ways of, like, precious metals and crypto and other investments, hedge funds, things like that people can put their money into and make money. So there's plenty of money to go around. And you got to get rid of that lack mentality and think in an abundance mentality. Believe that you are going to get exactly what it is that you deserve. Believe that you will have everything that you ever need in life, regardless of how hard it is right now. And the biggest thing of all that, encompass all that together and believe that you can live debt-free. I believe that. My wife and I will be debt-free, and it will be very soon. Things are on the rise for us. Super excited about all that, but we will be debt-free. So recap on point number 1 is get free from the way you think about money. Point number 2 for today is get free from rejection, or let me rephrase that, get free from the fear of rejection. Now, rejection is normal. You're going to get rejected. You're going to have situations like that come up. And yes, to go back to that civil, you're so right. We deserve more, be more, do more, have more. Absolutely. That is 100% spot on. But yeah, so get free from the fear of rejection, right? Be confident. When you're talking to someone, don't go, oh yeah, well, my product's really good and stuff. You might not need it. Whatever. Yeah, I know it could be good. No, they need what you have. They need what you have. I believe that the people I'm talking to need what I have. Now, whether they believe it or not, that's not in my control. I believe that our program is the best out there. I believe that we have the best mentorship. I believe that we have the best products. I believe that we have the best comp plan, but that doesn't matter. I believe that, but do they believe that? And so if I'm confident and I believe that they need what I've got, there's going to be people out there that are going to agree and they're going to go, yeah, you're right. I do need what you got. And that's going to go awesome. The other thing is you're not being rejected. You are not being rejected. The idea is being rejected, and let's take an example of this, right? I had a guy today. We were talking over audio messages, right? And he come out and he was talking about, what he does, and he's in affiliate marketing that's not going so well, and things just aren't really working too hot for him, and it's fine. I've had people, that happens with some people, and I get it. But what was interesting is that we had this conversation. I explained to him what I was doing, right? I explained to him everything was, going through and, working well in the conversation. We talked about the products a little bit. He asked, a little more information. And I said, hey, yeah, I'd love to give you some more information. He's like, yeah, dude, step back. He goes, I would love to be able to, go through and get what you have. I'd love to be able to know more about that. Like, I really need something like that. I said, hey, I can't make any promises, but I could see what I could do and get you hooked up with the guys that I'm connected with, and we could see where it goes. Blocked. I no joke, blocked me, straight up blocked me, right? And I was like, well, wait a minute. What did I do to deserve being blocked? And this is where that fear of rejection comes in, right? That fear of rejection is like, oh my gosh, like it just creeps up on you. And all of a sudden I realized he didn't block me. He blocked the idea. He blocked himself. That was his decision. And that's the thing, is if we can get rid of that fear of rejection, that's going to be so huge. That's going to be so big to be able to push people past their own beliefs, right? And oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. Civil, Kathy, you guys are awesome. Civil, just learning this stuff. Thank you. Kathy, you won't regret it. Josh is awesome. Thank you so much. That's so amazing. I appreciate you. And you're right, and Kathy said right here, best program, bar none. Absolutely. Anybody who's watching, you want to know more about this program we're talking about, and it's kind of, twofold, but you want to know more about that stuff, let me know and we can have a chat about it. But yeah, so I'm going to keep moving here. But the big thing is just, you aren't the person that they're saying no to. They're saying no to your product. They're saying no to the opportunity. They're saying no to the comp plan. They're saying no to to your mentor. Whatever the case may be, they're saying no to something completely different that's self-centered in their eyes, and it's not you. If it was you, they wouldn't be talking to you in the first place. So that's something to think about. Get free of the fear of rejection. Third point for today, get free from the negative influence in your life, right? Get free from the negative influence in your life. And here's why I say that, because a lot of people will say, well, yeah, I mean, there's so much negative, and you're right. But here's the thing. Do you let negative people speak into your brain? Do you let negative people really go through and actually get inside your head? Because I can tell you that it happens to the best of us, and I'm not the best per se, but it happens to me. And what is going on up there? Why are you letting that in? Why isn't that just a steel trap that you've just closed up and said, hey, no, I don't want to be part of that anymore? And what can happen is things that, let's some examples, right? Like improper information. Look at what's rampant in the news with everything going on. How much improper information is out there? Now, yes, there's some proper information and some of it is believable, but think about all the things that are happening that are improper information, that are just flat out lies, twists of the truth that have zero place being out in the world. Are you letting that in? Are you letting that actually consume your brain? And are you believing everything that comes out of the tube or everything that comes off the newspaper or on Facebook or whatever? Or are you filtering that stuff and trying to decide for yourself what you actually believe? And part of that comes to your values. Do you have values that are actually that are important to you, that you've really sat down and thought about it and said, these are my values. Does that line up with your values? Another example of things that could affect you negatively is like circumstances, right? Now, circumstances are always going to change. You're always going to have things that come up, but are you letting those circumstances actually drive you to whatever direction you're going? I mean, imagine if you're going down the right path, everything's going well, your business is building, everything's awesome. And then all of a sudden you get a flat tire and it veers you off the road. Do you let that flat tire continue to take you that direction off of the road, or do you go back on the same road and continue the path that you were on? Now, I'm a car guy, so that, those analogies work really well for me. But that's the thing, is circumstances are always going to come up, right? Circumstances are always going to be a part of your life. And it's just, you have to be willing to just get rid of those things and push past, continue on that path, continue moving forward. And Civil, yes, absolutely. Get free from the negative influence in your life. And I'm so glad that you're here to be able to hear this. When you go online, people who feed your mind and do great things. Yes, the awareness of it is important. And here's something that's awesome, right? For any of you that have seen my stuff online, any of you that have seen what's been going on, one of the big things that I've been a proponent of is just putting so much positive out there and connecting with so many positive people that there's no question that I'm going to get positive back, right? It's surrounding yourself. One of my favorite mentors, who, rest in peace, Jim Rohn, he says, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. I'd rather spend time with 5 positive people than 5 negative people. So that's a big one. Trenton, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. So yeah. And so the last one here is, and this one's going to be a big one, right? And this is something that I've changed my mindset on, and it's hard because I have to have a job, but it's get free from the paradigm. Now, it's a big word, but the paradigm, meaning the mind twist, the illusion that you need to have a job to provide for your life. Let that sink in a little bit, right? I'm going to say that again. Get free from the paradigm or the illusion that needing a job is required to provide for your life. And there really isn't a lot of things that are to say about that one, except this one right here. If it's not your company, it's not your dream. I want to follow my dreams. I want to be able to take my wife on all the trips we talked about when we were younger. My wife and I have been married for 11 years. We've been together for 15 years. I guess technically we were high school sweethearts because she was in high school and I was a freshman in college. But here's the thing. I want to be able to do that. I want to take my kids to all the fun places. I want to be able to go do all the things that I've dreamed of, but I can't do that if it's not my company, because I'm not following my dreams with a different company. Now, there's probably people that might be watching this that are part of the company that I work for. And here's the thing. Do I actually put effort into my job? Absolutely. Do I like what I do? Yes, because I help people. I'm a technical support professional. I help people fix issues with their products and things like that. So that's great. But here's the thing. Do I believe that that is going to provide exactly what I need to be able to achieve my dreams in life? I don't believe so. If I get to work till I'm 60 plus years old and I have to ask them for permission to go on a vacation with my family, I don't believe that's actually helping me live out my dreams. That's helping me build somebody else's dream. And I get a little taste here and there. This last weekend, Katie and I got a real big taste of what it's like to live the dream life. We are part of a very large network marketing company, and we go to a lot of pretty extravagant conferences, and we go to a lot of nice places. And, the big thing is, like, we really enjoyed it being there and being able to see what it's like to live that kind of life. We took some extra time. We flew in early on Friday. We stayed an extra day late because we wanted to enjoy that. And that was dream building for us, right? And the thing is that we believe that is what's helping build our dream. That's what's helping achieve our dreams. And so if it's not your company, it's not your dream. And I do want to pull this up. Civil, I'm using you a lot today. It's awesome. But question, is there such thing as a wrong company, or it's only in our mind? How would you know if you're in the right company? I'm going to leave that question up there while I answer this. So, and this is my perspective. So this is not a catch-all. Please don't come at me and be like, oh, you're wrong. And this is my opinion, my perspective, 100%. But is there such a thing as a wrong company? Yes, I do believe so. I believe that companies have specific values that they have specific things that they live by. And I believe that you could be in a company that does not line up with your values. Some of my values are like family, honor, integrity, respect, freedom. And I know companies out there that just don't have those kind of values. And I would not want to be part of those companies. Is it only in your mind? Not usually, honestly. If I'm being truly honest here, knowing once you feel like that company just doesn't line up with what you want out of life, you can find times that you start thinking about that a lot, right? So it's not just in your mind. Like those situations can actually start putting bad thoughts in your mind. It can start putting negativity in your mind because you start thinking like, oh, I didn't really like what they did there. Or you can be like, oh, they said that, I didn't really like that. Now, not every company is going to be perfect, right? There's things that the company that my wife and I are with, there's things that they say that we don't really agree with. And some of that has to do with, their view on social media and stuff like that. They're coming around and, they're a traditional company, by far. So a lot of face-to-face stuff that they do. But I would think the way that you would know that you're in the right company, and I want to use, my example here is if you walk in the room to one of your company's meetings, right? So whether it's a local meeting, we have local meetings around here with our local team, or it's a bigger conference, or even it's like the big, once a year celebration, whatever it is. If you walk in that room and you instantly feel energized, you instantly feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm destined to be. This is my life. This is my destiny. If you don't get that feeling, you are not in the right company, period. Because not having that feeling means that something is wrong with the way that you are being, the way that you're being represented, right? Or the way that you're representing yourself, because the company is instilling values in you that you may not agree with. And so I would, that comes twofold as well. Like go back to values. What kind of values does your company have? Do they actually talk about those values? Do they actually tell you that they have these specific, life guidelines, right? I think of values as like the guardrails, right? On a highway, is that those are the values that are guiding you down the right path. And they're there to protect you. They're there to make sure that you stay on that right path. And if your values start being kind of withered away by negativity and by, negative thoughts and bad words and whatever the case may be, is that those guardrails start to kind of crumble off and you start having that issue where you could get taken off your path. And so, long answer, all that there, short answer would be you just feel it. If you're questioning, like, and here's the thing, I can't say for sure, Civil, I know you and I have talked quite a few times. I know kind of where you're at and what your situation is for the most part. But if you are having that question in your mind, you probably are already thinking that you might not be in the right place. And here's the thing. I can tell you, everybody who's watching, I know 100% that I'm in the right place with our network marketing company, with the, company where for the online marketing, Fabian and his crew, I'm just going to call them out, Fabian, Eric, and David. Those guys have great values. I love that they're all about family. They're all dads. They're all family guys. They all have integrity. They all live by a code that it's all about serving other people. And I think that that's really important. That's something that our network marketing company also lives by. The mentorship organization that's tied in with that, network marketing company, the same thing. They've even got their celebration, their trophy, I guess you can call it. Once a year, they actually go celebrate all the people that have hit certain levels in business, and they've got their values all the way around the rim of that trophy, and values like faith and honor and freedom and respect and things like that. So just keep that in mind, that wasn't, it's kind of a bonus there for you, Civil, and I hope that helps. And really the big thing is just, it's how you feel, right? You gotta really go down and inside, being a dad to a 12-year-old, Pokemon comes up a lot, and there's a movie, Detective Pikachu, and he talks about feeling it in your jellies, right? You feel it in your gut. You get that unction, right? That unction to do something. That's it. If you feel it, that's what it is, right? So I'm going to quickly recap here. So we're going to go back the 4 things we talked about in part 1 of Get Free, Free Your Mind series. Number 1, get free from the way you think about money. Don't let money determine your decisions in life. Start making your life all about your life. Number 2, get free from rejection or the fear of rejection. Just be confident. Know that what you have is the best thing out there. And, somebody else might feel the same way about a different company. That's fine. For you, what you have is the best thing out there. Believe that. Be confident in it. If you're not confident in that, let's chat, because I can tell you for sure, I know what I've got, and I've been through different companies, and I know exactly what's available out there. And I know that we've got probably one of the best, if not the best, situations out there. So number 3, get free from negative influence. Don't let negative people into your brain. Don't let improper information and circumstances derail you. And number 4, get free from the paradigm or the illusion that needing a job is required to provide for your life. You don't need that. That's what you're programmed to think, down the road. So love you guys. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And yes, Kathy, absolutely. I appreciate you, being here. Definitely go get to your next appointment there. And, Civil and Kathy, both, Trenton, all you guys, thank you so much for being on here with me. And stay tuned for next week. So this was part 1. We're going to have 4 separate parts here. So 4 weeks of this. And next week, we're going to go over another 4 topics, and we're going to get real deep here. And, we're getting into the holidays, and I just want to make sure you guys are getting everything you need to be as positive as possible. So thank you so much again, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.